Have you ever wondered what is it like to be in an interior designer's mind? What does it mean to design your very own home? The material choices, attention to detail, practical things that you can do while not sacrificing the aesthetics? You know, today we have with us Eugene, the principal designer from iPoise, to share with us how he designed his very own home. Are you ready? I know I am. Let's go! Wow, this is such a vibe to come into your place.
This is a rather dark concept.
Yeah, I mean, the moment I enter, I also feel like it sets the mood right. Like I'm coming home.
Yeah.
It settles me down. So
Yes.
this is quite cool. And you have a mirror here. I mean, a huge mirror to check yourself out. No, I really like the concept, and I've noticed your floor as well is unique. It's not a typical flooring that people will
No.
use.
This is actually what we call like sintered slab.
Sintered slab.
Yes, it's a hardier type of material.
Yeah.
It's like a better upgrade from what we've known as quartz.
Right. Wow.
We want to create a very grand entrance, right? And on the practical side, there's also no grout lines where dirt and dust can get trapped.
Nice. So aesthetically pleasing and very practical. And talking about practicality, what is this? Is this a shoe?
This is actually a shoe cabinet for my children.
Right.
And we use fluted panels here for ventilation so that whatever smell doesn't stay in there.
Yeah. I don't want to open the cabinet and be like... Okay, so very cool. I love the concept here. And then I noticed, right, that we're going to transit into your next area, which is... Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're transiting from the foyer into the living room, but I found something very interesting. These things right here. I noticed that it's the same from your foyer flooring to here.
Yeah, so this is to have the design flow. So the foyer is rather dark, right? And we are coming into a space where it's a bit brighter. And we do that, we don't want it to be too drastic or too sudden. So this is like that little flow that comes into the living area.
So there is that transition here so that people don't just get shocked straight away.
Yeah.
And then I also noticed that, are these walls or...
So these are our hidden storages. This is actually my storeroom right here.
This is your storeroom?
Yeah, this is my storeroom. We don't have an actual room for storage.
Right.
We rather create cabinets and wardrobe spaces for such storages.
Right, and these are the handles?
Yes, these are the handles. They are actually made of sintered slab.
But I've never heard of sintered slab being used on handles.
Yeah.
It's very creative. Alright, now we are flowing into the living room. Alright, so the first thing that caught my eye was this amazingly big wallpaper. Is there like a meaning behind it? Why do you do this?
For this wallpaper feature here is actually for my elder daughter.
Uh-huh.
She really loves rain, she loves rainbow, and I want to create something that she'll be happy living in, right? So this place here, this extract area, it's more on like, you can see like some rain, the arch design here is like the rainbow.
And I also know that your eldest daughter, the moment she came into the house, right?
She put my mom over and she was like, take a look at this, and she really loved this.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So it's not just about art, but it's something that means something to your family,
Yes.
especially your eldest daughter.
Yeah.
One more thing about this that I saw other than that personal touch, right? There's something hidden.
Yes. For this is not just a feature, but also a 500mm deep cabinet. In here, we can store like, I don't know, kids' toys,
Yeah.
your luggages, small luggages,
Yeah, any guest that you don't want, you can store inside as well. Yeah.
everything.
Okay, so this is cool. So not just a hidden meaning behind it, but literally something hidden behind it.
Yes.
So there's something that I noticed here as well, is that looking up, your lights are so unique. These are things I've not seen before.
These are one of the trending lights right now. It's called recessed track lights.
Oh.
The benefit of this is that the track lights actually flush into the ceiling,
Right.
and you can adjust them however you need. So you can take them down, you can move them left, right. Yeah, it's your call.
Okay, so wallpaper and then to your entire living room itself, right? Is there like a concept you went for here?
Okay, this space isn't the largest, and we wanted to have spaciousness, but at the same time, storage. Because
Right.
with kids, you can never have enough storage, right? We have created this whole area to be one tone, one color, so that it will blend into the walls and it will not stand out too much. But at
Right.
the same time, it gives you all the storage that we need. One thing about design is that most people, when they want to do something, when they plan a design,
Yeah.
they tend to make it very plain, right?
Yeah.
It's like one color, or like either black or white or brown. But the thing here, what we did, right, was we chose to do spray paint. So if you can see over here, these little details here, it creates a bit of texture to a plain white carpentry.
Right. Oh, so you use spray paint and not laminates?
Yeah.
Is there a reason?
Yes, so for laminates, I cannot really do this well. For laminates, right, there will be join lines everywhere. Like, as long as there's a band, there'll be a join line.
Right, right. So there are like join lines everywhere, but this one again makes it look a lot more seamless.
Yes.
That's why you can spray paint.
Yes.
Oh, so that's another design tip that you can look out for when you design your house. So you know what? Let's go on to the next room. Before we go into the bedrooms, I do notice right along this corridor. Wait, Eugene, I thought you said it's a 2-bedroom?
Yeah. We actually converted it into a 4-bedder.
4-bedder?
Yeah.
So there are 4 doors.
Yes, 4 doors. Actually, there's 5.
5?
I will get onto that later. I'll show you my man cave first.
What? Man cave?
Yeah, this is my man cave, my personal favorite space in the whole house.
It will be mine too. Can we go in?
Let's go.
Okay.
My man cave. So this is the space that I enjoy. In the daytime, this is used as an office where either myself or my wife, we will use it to work, and then at night, it transforms into a gaming space.
Nice. Gaming space is awesome. And I also noticed that the colors are a bit different here, right?
Yes, so as my man cave, I wanted this whole space to be green. You can see the walls, even the ceiling is painted in green. And I wanted this place to look a little more rugged. That's why if you see the choice of my table here, I've actually selected solid wood and it's in its natural cut. So we sprayed and stained this black and to contrast and blend in with the whole place. Okay Chris, enough of the man cave. Let me show you my kids' room.
Alright.
Here it is.
Whoa. Tell me more about this place because I mean a mezzanine right here. It's interesting because I mean first of all, never really see a mezzanine in a kid's room, but also the bed is usually on top. But
This is for safety reasons. We don't really want our children to be sleeping on top because they risk falling off and all of that. So we actually reversed it where the play area is up there and then the sleeping will be here.
nice. Okay, this makes sense, of course. And also, right, because upstairs it is a play area, I noticed you're using glass. Is there a reason for that?
Yes. Usually when people build mezzanines, it actually blocks out the sunlight and natural lighting. The glass lets the light pass through well and shine even into the corridor. And second reason is actually so that we can have proper supervision of our children.
That's so important.
Yes. Alright, Chris, just now I was mentioning that there's actually a 5th door, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually right here.
This?
Yeah. This is a hidden concealed door where it opens up into another room.
No.
Yeah. This space is big enough for a single-sized bed, wardrobe, and a side table.
Then close it like wow.
Yeah, and it doubles up as the children's bookshelf.
This is so cool. See, ID's house, next level.
Let's go over to the master bedroom. I just want to have you look at a little detail right here. So if you notice that this is also white on black, something similar to what we've seen in the living room. Right now, this black strip here is not just aesthetics, but it's also practical. This actually muffles the sound. So it's meant to keep sound in or out of the room.
It's not a gap, it's actually an aesthetic and practical element you've inbuilt.
Yeah, this one here, it's attached in front of the door frame so that when the door closes, it will block the sound.
Now that is another pro tip designer style. I can't wait. Let's see what's inside. Whoa! This is giving me vibes. So much vibes. I mean, I straight away feel that is the home and everything, but here though, I just feel like, oh, so comfortable.
Yeah.
Alright, So this is lovely. I love the vibes, and again, the wallpaper.
Yeah, this wallpaper is actually a bit different, more unique than what you would usually find. This is what we call digital printed on wallpaper.
Okay.
This is actually a plain textured wallpaper, and we actually just decided whatever print we want, whatever design we want, and we just digitally print it on it.
Right. So you can print anything, and of course,
Anything.
this looks awesome. It gives your room character.
Yeah.
I love it. I also noticed that you made your bedroom so spacious that you can even fit an OSIM chair.
Yes, it's a must-have of my wife's requirements.
Yes, and it's also a must-have of mine. I will just be sitting here, and Eugene, you can carry on with the tour.
Chris, do you know where is actually my master bathroom?
There is a master bathroom.
Yeah, it's actually hidden right here.
No.
Right here, if you can see, whole wall is the same tile, and they are actually giant tiles. So the concept here is to see as little grout lines as possible, and we also use color grouting to blend in and to make it very inconspicuous. Right? Okay. Over here, I've also imbued my own bathtub, so it's to create that onsen style for my children to just have their own mini swimming pool to play around, and then we also have our giant waterfall rain shower. Over here, as you can see, we also have a very nice basin where I can have full storage underneath, and the pipes are way in there. So these are just some little details that I want to maximize storage in this small space where I can have full storage here. And actually what's behind this door is actually another storage area for me to hang used clothes. This is it for my master bathroom. So Chris, I hope you've rested enough. Over to you.
Hi. So, welcome to my bathroom. Learning from the master himself, I learned some design tips as well. Let me introduce you to some of them. The floor and the wall itself is actually the same tile to give it that seamlessness and make it more homogeneous, like the same space. And the other highlight as well is actually this sink. You notice it's not just a normal sink, but it's a stand-alone sink with that same black and white lines to give it that smooth transition from the rest of the house as well. And the storage, this is very, very important, of course. This is the same over in a master. But one thing I want to highlight, come, let me show you what it is. It is this bifold glass doors. I bet you've not seen this before, right? Usually people have a swing door, they have a normal bifold, but check this out. How cool is this? Now, the reason they did this is because to actually work with the space here. So you notice it's not super big, but if you can imagine a swing door, it'll take up a lot of space. This one, absolutely perfect and practical as well. It's a glass door, and they can even fit a rain shower up here. Attention to detail is so important because check this out. Look up there, it's just nice. Benefits of being in an ID home, right, is that you get served tea.
Here you go.
Thank you. Okay, so Eugene, we are at the dining area. Tell me a little bit more about what this is about, because I noticed that your countertop is actually very unique.
Yeah, this is actually a very amazing item. I personally love this.
Right.
Especially if you have kids, right? This is the best thing to have. So this is what we call Tecton. It's from a company called Constantino. What this does is that it's a hard compressed surface top, and it's the hardiest material you can find right now in the market.
Right.
So this is literally stain proof.
Stain proof?
Stain proof.
No, people only say stain resistant.
Yeah, this is stain proof.
Oh.
So you can pour curry, red wine, coffee, it will not stain.
We're also going to talk about something over here. So I see something that's green over here. Shall we go over there a little bit?
Let's
okay,
go.
Let's go. We have this portion here. Now, we talked about your house being something that is very, very white, you know, in terms of lines and everything. But then suddenly there's a splash of color.
I really love green, and I feel that in every home there should have a bit of the owner's personality imbued in it, right?
So we talked about the green door here, and I noticed another green door.
Yeah. So this door, as I mentioned earlier, there's a separation beam dividing the kitchen away from the living area.
Right.
And this beam is really very low. So we really want to not have that effect of going into a deep area where the ceiling is very low. So we actually use this door to play with some effect to make it seem like the height space of the living area also flows through into the kitchen.
Wait, so that means your ceiling is actually not like this tall, or?
No, it's actually, the beam is here and then the kitchen is...
Can I see?
I can show you, yeah, right here.
Oh, wow, that makes such a big difference because the fact that you can give the illusion is so much longer.
Yes.
Nice, pro design tip, you know.
Come, I'll show you the kitchen.
Alright. I noticed that you have also played around with the space as well to maximize. I mean, you have so much storage. I am actually like surprised. Okay, is there like a highlight you wanted to show?
Yes, if you realized, over here, our kitchen, the countertop and the backsplash is of the same material. And not just for aesthetics, right? This material is also the same as the island outside.
Ah.
It's Decton.
Decton, there
Yeah, a
we go.
different model, but still the same material.
Right, even in the backsplash, usually people use tiles, right?
Yeah, we want to avoid that because tiles usually you have grouts, right? And when you cook, usually the oil seeps into the grout.
Oh, so that's why it actually changes color.
Yeah, it changes color, and then, I mean, for people who are more particular about color and stains, right? They have to start taking a toothbrush to scrub. Yeah.
What's underneath here?
Okay, this one here is actually our dish rack.
Ah, okay. Yeah, a lot of people have this though, right?
Yep. One key feature here is that most people's dish rack actually dips lower. This is so that it's easier to reach the higher tier.
Yeah.
But for this case, we made it level.
Yeah.
But to make up for that practicality, we actually have this here.
What? This is so cool! Oh my goodness.
Height will never be an issue here.
Let's just move in a little bit more into the kitchen. What do we have over here?
This is actually our laundry area.
Right?
Where there's a washing machine, dryer, and also this section here, okay, we are using fluted panels to keep it ventilated. Reason being, in there is where we put our used clothes.
Ah, yeah. You don't want to keep it closed, otherwise there'll be like the musky smell and everything, right?
We don't want that. Yeah.
Right, so another tip is that don't sacrifice your aesthetics and have like a fluted panel and still make it practical.
Yep.
So there are a couple of pointers that really stood out for me, and one of which is definitely the single tone that you've brought throughout the house.
Yeah.
So the single tone, not only just that, but there's also bold accents which brings out that character and vibe totally from your personality and whoever is living here.
Yep.
So beyond that as well, Eugene, can you just refresh with us, right, some of the design tips, because you also talked about like the safety aspect of things, especially in the bedrooms. So what was it going through your mind that you actually talked about that?
Well, for the safety part for the children, usually I just want to create a space where my kids can play and I don't really need to constantly worry at the back of my mind.
Yeah, and not only just that, I mean even the countertop material chose like Decton, hardier so that there's no case of worrying your kids will spill and then you got your expensive countertop that's damaged.
Yeah.
So it gives, or rather it gives both yourself a peace of mind, including your children as well, right?
Yes.
From what I've learned today is that design is not just about being nice looking alone, but it's also about being practical and how, as an interior designer, you manage to just seamlessly integrate it all.
I think the challenge about interior design is not just about bringing up the aesthetics, right? But it's about the heart into it also. When we design, usually we want to think, if I were to be the one living here, how would I do it? How would I feel? You know, like most people, they were like, okay, because of practicality, my dish rack have to be lower, right? But in this case, how can I do it better? Because I know that most people, they don't want that. Even though it's practical, it's kind of like no choice. I have to live with this.
Yeah.
This is just some solutions that we can think about and just not accepting no as an answer just yet.
I love that last line. I mean, this is exactly why a homeowner will want to find an ID, because we don't know what we don't know, right? At the end of the day, we need your expertise to share with us. Okay, yes, it can be practical, but also still be very nice.
Yeah.
And that's why we need you guys. So that's really awesome. And with that said, right, if you guys like the video, please like and subscribe for more. And if you want to find out more about iPoise, the email is over here and check them out. Having said that, Eugene, thank you so much for having me.
No problem.
Bringing me into your home and bringing me into your mind to think about how an ID actually thinks.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Right, so check it out guys, iPoise.
Bye.